How to turn struggles into stepping stones to victory. Because every scar is a ladder, every fall a launch pad, and every tear a spark to ignite your ascent. You're not here to crumble under life's blows, to let despair bury your dreams. You're here to rise, to forge a path of triumph from the ruins, to etch your name in the annals of greatness. Picture a boy named Andrew Carnegie, born in 1835 in a damp, crumbling cottage in Dunfermline, Scotland, where the clatter of hand looms and the wail of poverty filled the air, his family teetering on the edge of ruin. At 13, he arrived in America, penniless, working as a bobbin boy in a Pittsburgh cotton mill. His hands blistered, his wages a measly $1.20 a week, yet his eyes burned with a vision no one else saw. That vision built Carnegie Steel, shaped modern industry, and left a legacy that still echoes on June 6, 2025, nearly 2 centuries later. Your struggles are your foundation. Will you build on them, or let them bury you? Feel that fire surge within you. Andrew's journey isn't a faded tale, it's a war drum pounding in your chest. Your mind is the first battlefield where victory is forged, and right now, you're letting it lie fallow. You're drowning in excuses. The soul-sapping job that drains your will, the bills that strangle your hope, the failures that sneer you're not enough. Silence them. Your mindset isn't your prison, it's your kingdom, and you've let it fall to ruin under doubt's siege. Andrew didn't let poverty define him. He let it sharpen him. The cold Scottish winters, the mill's suffocating heat, the jeers of richer boys, they didn't crush him, they tempered him. Picture him at 13, in that Pittsburgh mill, the air thick with cotton dust, his small hands feeding bobbins into machines, his father's voice a distant echo of despair. "We're done for, lad." While Andrew's mind raced, plotting a way out. He'd steal moments by the river, sketching plans in the mud, the waters rush a rhythm to his dreams. You're surrounded by the debris of your fears. Gather the shards, hammer them into blades, and reclaim your throne. Rise each dawn with a hunger that devours defeat, a resolve that melts every obstacle into molten power. Command your thoughts with the fury of a tempest, turn every scar into a medal of war, and let your mindset be the forge where your victory is born. You're not a slave to your past. You're its master, a warrior destined to conquer the heavens. Steel hardens with belief, the unshakable force that turns dreams into empires. Andrew believed in a future where steel built the world, where a poor boy could rise above his station. At 14, working as a telegraph messenger, he believed a message could connect nations, memorizing codes, his fingers flying over keys, the clack a symphony of possibility. That belief drove him to learn bookkeeping at 15, assisting the Pennsylvania Railroad, his nights spent studying by candlelight, the flicker casting shadows on his determined face. By 1865, he believed in iron bridges, investing in Keystone Bridge Company, a leap that defied skeptics who called him mad. The world laughed, labeled him a pauper with delusions. But Andrew's belief roared louder. It propelled him to found Carnegie Steel in 1873, turning Pittsburgh's smoky hills into a steel empire, his factories a testament to his faith. You're letting doubt erode you now, wondering if you're worthy, if your dreams are too grand, if the world will ever recognize you, shatter that decay. Belief isn't a fragile hope, it's a thunderbolt that splits the earth, a certainty that draws success to you like a tidal wave. Believe you're a giant, a sculptor of destinies, a force of nature, and let that conviction surge through your veins, driving you with a momentum no failure can halt. You're not here to falter, you're here to prevail. Momentum sharpens with clarity, the piercing light that slices through the fog of distraction. Andrew didn't chase every fleeting idea. He locked onto one vision: steel for the masses. After early investments floundered in oil and railroads, he saw the truth. Steel was the backbone of progress. Picture him in 1872, standing on a Pittsburgh hillside, the air thick with coal smoke, watching ironworkers toil, his mind ablaze with a plan to mass-produce steel, his voice cutting through the din. We build for the future, not the past. That clarity drove him to adopt the Bessemer process, revolutionizing production, turning molten iron into rivers of strength. By 1889, Carnegie Steel dominated, its output a flood that built America's skyscrapers and bridges. You're lost in chaos now, scrolling endlessly, chasing scattered goals, letting the world's noise shred your focus. Halt it. Define your aim with a precision that sets your spirit ablaze, a target so vivid you can feel its weight, taste its triumph. Clarity isn't a gentle dream, it's your compass, your anchor in the storm. Andrew knew his course. Do you? Set it now, and let it guide you like a beacon piercing the darkest night. You're not here to wander, you're here to rule. Beacons ignite vision, the blazing horizon that turns ambition into legacy. Andrew saw a future where steel lifted cities to the sky, where industry empowered the common man, a vision so vast it silenced the doubters. In 1873, with Carnegie steel nascent, he envisioned steel rails stretching across continents, a dream mocked by iron barons who clung to old ways. Picture him in 1875, pacing a muddy Pittsburgh site, the first furnace roaring, his team wary, the Bessemer converter a gamble, yet his vision held, the orange glow a promise of progress. That vision drove him through financial panics, through strikes that shook his mills, through nights where he slept on ledgers, calculating every cent. By 1901, he sold Carnegie Steel for $480 million, a steel empire that built America, its bridges spanning rivers, its skyscrapers piercing clouds. You're stumbling in the gloom of indecision. Lift your eyes. See your future blaze with victory. Every peak you'll conquer, every dream you'll seize, every soul you'll inspire, as if it's already yours. Vision isn't a fleeting escape, it's the blueprint of your rise, the canvas you paint with your soul's fire. Visualize it, breathe it, live it, because what you see with unyielding clarity, you'll conquer with relentless might. You're not here to imagine, you're here to create. Might pulses with purpose, the heartbeat that drives every titan. Andrew's purpose wasn't riches, it was to uplift through industry, to turn steel into a tool for progress, to prove poverty could be overcome. He saw his father's handloom fail, the family's flight to America, the mill's grueling toil, and vowed to change it. That purpose fueled Carnegie Steel, driving him to innovate in 1875, adopting the Bessemer process when rivals sneered. The furnace's roar a battle cry. It pushed him through the 1873 panic. When banks collapsed, his investments teetered, yet he pressed on building mills. Picture him in 1889, walking a strike, ravaged plant, workers' voices raw, his purpose firm. We'll rise together, or not at all, a promise that rebuilt trust. That purpose turned Pittsburgh into a steel heart, its glow a beacon of hope. You're searching for meaning now, waiting for purpose to strike. Stop waiting. Unearth the flame in your core, the mission that sets your blood on fire, the cause you'll defend when the world turns cold. Purpose isn't a mystery to unravel, it's the inferno that powers your charge, the war cry that echoes with every step. Find it, let it consume you, because a life without purpose is a spark in the wind, while yours is a blaze that will transform the world. You're not here to hesitate, you're here to ignite. Blazes demand discipline, the iron will that turns embers into empires. Andrew didn't build his legacy with ease. He built it with discipline, rising before dawn, working 16-hour days, pushing his body and mind to the edge. At 13, as a bobbin boy, he disciplined himself to learn, memorizing telegraph codes by night, his hands aching, his focus unyielding. In 1865, managing railroads, he honed schedules, his ledger a map of precision, his sleep scarce. Picture him in 1880, overseeing a mill, the air thick with heat, his suit soaked, his voice commanding. Every bar counts. Perfection or nothing. The furnace's glow his guide. You're tempted by comfort now. The snooze button's lure, the endless scroll, the path of least resistance. Shatter it. Rise each morning with a warrior's fury. Carve your destiny with every disciplined blow. Let it be the spine of your ascent. Discipline isn't a burden, it's your rebellion, the crown you seize when weakness falls. Master it. Because discipline is the bedrock of every legend, and you were born to stand among them. Foundations strike with action, the raw power that builds worlds from dust. Andrew didn't just dream, he acted, coding telegrams at 14, investing in bridges at 30, founding Carnegie Steel in 1873, despite the panic. The first furnace a gamble that roared to life. In 1883, he acted to expand, building Homestead Works, its steel a flood. You're paralyzed by fear now, failure looming, judgment cutting, the unknown taunting. Break free. Charge with the fury of a tempest, every step a declaration of your might, every move a brick in your empire. Action isn't a timid plan, it's the thunder that shapes your reality, the hammer that forges your world. Strike now, because every moment you delay is a kingdom lost to oblivion. You're not here to plan, you're here to conquer. Thunder glows with gratitude, the light that turns wounds into weapons. Andrew spoke of his struggles with gratitude, not bitterness. The mill's toil taught him grit, the 1873 panic's losses taught him strategy. The strikes fueled his resolve. He thanked his mother, Margaret, who stitched by candlelight, his uncle, who taught him reading. Picture him in 1901, after selling Carnegie Steel, visiting a library he funded, his voice soft. This is for you, all of you. You're cursing your battles now. Poverty that bites, heartbreak that stings, loss that lingers. transform them. Every scar, every triumph, every breath, wear it as a warrior's medal, proof of your survival. Gratitude isn't frailty, it's the fire that turns your past into power, the lens that reveals the gold in your struggles. Embrace it, because the storms that forged you are the sparks that lift you higher. You're not here to resent, you're here to rise. Sparks bend with adaptability, the flow that turns obstacles into victories. When the 1873 panic hit, Andrew adapted, shifting to steel, his mills a lifeline. In 1892, during the Homestead Strike, he adapted, negotiating peace, saving his empire. The world shifts beneath you now. Jobs vanish, markets twist, life evolves. Ride it. You're not a rock to shatter, you're a river, carving new paths through stone. Adaptability isn't compromise, it's your evolution, the skill that keeps you soaring. Flow, grow, because the future yields to those who adapt, and you were born to lead. You're not here to resist, you're here to reshape. Leadership thrives on resilience, the unbreakable core that turns pain into power. Andrew faced the 1873 panic, the 1892 Homestead Strike, financial losses, yet rose. Life will strike, betrayal will cut, failure will bruise, despair will claw. Will you shatter? No. You'll rise, forged stronger, a titan crowned by struggle. Resilience isn't survival, it's your reign, the force that turns scars into scepters. Stand tall, because you were born to rule your storms. You're not here to fall, you're here to rise. Reins sharpen with learning, the hunger that keeps your edge lethal. Andrew didn't start as a steel magnate. He learned, studying books, mastering industry, funding libraries. You're resting on old wisdom, ignite your thirst. Hunt knowledge like a predator, every lesson a blade, every mistake a forge. Learning isn't a task, it's your evolution, the fire that keeps you ahead. Seek it, because those who stop learning fall first. You're not here to stagnate, you're here to ascend. Ascension burns with purpose revisited, the flame that breaks every chain. Andrew's purpose uplifted, guided him through crisis. Hold fast, let it lead you. Purpose is your destiny lead. Flame forges resilience again, the steel that withstands every gale. Andrew rose through panics, strikes, each scar a triumph. Rise, reign with resilience. Reigns demand learning, the hunger that builds your legacy. Andrew's growth inspires. Resist, stopping, grow. Learning crowns you, soar. Wisdom strikes with resilience, the force that turns blows to victories. Andrew's path proves resilience eternal. Conquer trials, rule. Ruling pulses with learning, the edge that keeps you eternal. Andrew's hunger lifted him. Grow, fly. Flight ignites with struggles turned to victory, growth unleashed. Andrew's journey shows the way. You're a storm, rise.